How does it feel for you guys to see somebody win at the highest level, playing a style that was so dissected?
Any championship team, they win the game in the mid-range.
Yep.
Sure.
I don't give a who it is. I don't give how many threes you shoot. When it comes down to it, you have to get a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Your three ain't gonna always be there. You ain't gonna always be able to get to the rack. If you have a midi, you're dangerous. Shea is dangerous because he plays for taking the best shot. It ain't about numbers or shooting the tray, and it's about taking the best shot. If you back off, I'm pulling. If I'm in the paint, I get here and this shot is wide open, I'm taking this shot. And just so happened, he's starting to master that mid-range when it comes to using his body, knowing his space, knowing where to get at, knowing angles. Like he's playing off of angles.
Yeah.
And the midi is all about angles. If you get an angle and I get this shoulder on you, there's nothing you can do about it. Because if you bite back, then I'm a shot fake and you're done. I never utilize the shot fake the way this utilized. Shot fake 3-4 times in a row. You going to jump on one of them.
The three-point line is actually easy to guard. That's why people shoot them so fast. It's a line. You know what I mean? You run them off the line. They got to figure out what to do. I remember I tweeted something during the playoffs. I think it was about Boston. Everybody was killing me talking about, like, I'm talking. But at the end of the day, you got to figure out what to do when they run you off the three. I think the best teams, they take what the game gives you. And if you open right there, you got to make it, obviously. But like people don't understand, like the reason why, it's not the fact that everybody's shooting threes, it's just they live and die by it. It was one point where instead of people shooting the mid-range, they'll shoot the three further out, which was crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But that's because the narrative around the mid-range was that's a bad shot. How the is that a bad? That's to me. That's one of the most efficient shots. And it's the toughest shot to make. That distance between a 18, 19 footer and a 14, 15 footer, that's very hard to make when you got to stomp on a dime and just raise and pull. That's a hard shot to make, which is why they would say that's a bad shot. Because if you don't work on that, you're not going to be effective in the mid-range. And they don't work on that today. I'm going to give you your flowers, champ, because for you to still play that game in today's game where you got to hear the noise of that is a bad shot, I'm sure it's very difficult for you to play in today's game.
And it's tough, and it goes back to where I never want young guys that's coming up to feel discouraged like they got to go out there and be Steph Curry all the time. Because everybody's just not going to be Steph Curry. It's one Steph Curry. What he's able to do is incredible. I think we would never see nobody else like that. But I heard you talk about it with your son one time, that you taught him the game inside out first.
Yeah.
And that's not preached enough within our game. So from my standpoint, I try to be a statesman when it comes to the mid-range to show that if you're great at this, you could still be successful.
Facts.
It still could take you a long way. Like it's a blessing to this day when I'm top 25 all time in scoring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't believe it, but I stuck to me being myself. I didn't let nobody change that. I just worked and tried to be great at what I did, and